Well, hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer from Font Hill, from the Kame and Kettle. So the Kame and Kettle Beer Works, they do growlers. Sorry, crowlers. It's still hard to remember to say crowlers instead of growlers. Even the wife over there, I wrote crowler on my Facebook site, and she's like, "You need to learn to spell check." Well, that's what I meant to say. Anyway, this one is on Garde, which is a beer de Garde. So they opened up with 16 brands of beer. When I got there, they were down to 8 taps, and only 4 of them had anything on them. So we had Normal 1 and Normal 2. Normal 1 was just a plain lager, Normal 2 was like a pale ale. Then On Garde, the Bier de Garde. Oh Wee Heavy. Tis the Saison, Red Beard IPA, so a red IPA. Schwarzbier, and Chipotle Porter. Now, I've had the Chipotle Porter. I think it's a solid porter. I think as a Chipotle Porter, it's not that strong, but as a porter, it's solid. Now, they do little rhymes on everything. So, On Garde, which is 5.8% alcohol by volume, is a beer for keeping, with toasted malts and fruity esters that thrive. How will this copper gem survive? Dun, 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 dun. Now, as a crowler is just a giant beer at 950 milliliters, I figured I had to start opening things differently. So the last beer, I opened with my Viking axe. And maybe I'll do it again. Let's see here. Ah! That did not go the way it went the first time. It's because I had it in my hand, I didn't have it down on the table. I'm going to make excuses now. So in all honesty, a Bier de Garde is kind of an adventurous beer to open up with. But Belgian beers do seem to be very popular in this part of Ontario. So what do we got? It is copper colored, but fairly hazy. It did have a fairly large head when I poured it, but that's gone away pretty quickly. Wow, that's a lot of carbonation sound. Looks good, smell. Yeah, there's a little bit of fruity esters, like they talk about. A little bit of like banana and a little bit of pear, and just some malts. Not really all that much in there. That's okay though. That's okay. Cheers. Would you like to come try this? Okay. Okay. A little bit of a roasted malt sweetness. Back end is kind of bready, kind of drying. A little banana, a little pear, and what's that last one? No, it's not watermelon. Well, why don't you come try it? Yeah, sweet malt, drying biscuity finish. Almost like a little tiny bit of a rye zest in there too, because you're getting just a tiny touch of a spiciness right at the tip of the malt sweetness. Right as the malt sweetness starts its downward spiral, I get just this touch of of almost like spicy rye. Then I get my fruits. I get a bit of pear, a bit of banana, and it's some kind of excuse me. It's a touch of like strawberry. You know when you get the overripe strawberries and they're kind of squishy and they've lost a lot of their sweetness? It kind of tastes like that. So a little bit just berry skin tannin with a little tiny bit of a berry flavor. So it's intriguing. It's an intriguing beer. Actually, it's probably one of the Bier de Gardes I enjoy the most. Bier de Garde is not a style I enjoy all that much. And in all honesty, I usually don't like them. They're usually not this dark, the ones I've had. And they're usually more akin to a stronger saison to me than anything else. I mean, a lot of the Bier de Gardes I've had Osthouses for here in Ontario. This is the only other Ontario one really I can think of off the top of my head. I've had a whole bunch out of Quebec, and I've had a few from France that were I bought in Quebec. So I've had a lot of Bier de Gardes from the right country, and I've had some of ours. And I actually seem to like the, well, France and Belgium. I seem to like the ones that are made in North America more because they're more a Bier de Garde stylistically, concept of a Bier de Garde, shall we say, instead of an actual Bier de Garde. I don't know how well this would age. I mean, a lot of Bier de Gardes age really well. I don't know if it would age all that well, especially since it's a crowler. I mean, it's a crowler, so it's in a can, so it should age fairly well. But I don't know what the longevity of a crowler is compared to a cork and cage bottle that is actually made to continue aging in it, because most Bier de Gardes I've had are bottle conditioned, where this is straight off the keg and is what it is, right? I do enjoy this, though. I do enjoy this. I'm just rambling about the style because I'm rambling about the style. I don't really care. I don't care, as I said, for the Bier de Garde style. I like this beer. It's a beer I could drink a lot of. Not overpowering in any way. Very, very simple, and I mean that's not a diss on the brewer. It's just a very simple beer that you could share with almost anybody, and not many people would be bothered by it. So that little rhyme about how will this copper gem survive? Really, really true, because this is a beer that you could sit back and just put back the entire crowler of in minutes. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10, actually. I know it might have sounded like I didn't care all that much for it, but it's just that's just a personal bias towards what this is supposed to be stylistically. And really a personal bias towards slightly boring beers, but I see where these beers are worthwhile, and I could see myself sharing this with my father-in-law all night or something. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and bye-bye.